We had that discussion during the middle of your game. How because you're not worried about restricting your team comp. Like if you're playing top lane, you could pick someone that you'd expect to go against like Olaf or Aurelia or Darius or some sort of melee bruiser. Builds tanky, deals physical damage. But there are niche picks like Nidalee or Teemo or somebody where you'll probably win the matchup because bruisers have that inherent weakness, but your team comp suffers as a result because now you have one less major frontliner. Here you don't have to worry about a team comp, and picking a melee champion like Lee Sin or Riven or Jax or somebody is that's a risk that you need to assess.
Yeah,
it's not a necessity.
I think that's the main issue I have with the format of it. In that, because it's blind pick, it means you can inherently pick yourself into a counter lane. Because, as you said, team compositions, jungle pressure, none of that matters. So, I mean, Caitlyn could afford to just push and push and push and push, and that's all. She doesn't have to care about that. Usually, if in a real game, if you're in a losing matchup, you're going to, get jungle pressure, which will roam to other lanes. You're going to try and get back into the game, like farm for late game or something. You don't have that option here, which I think is what changes the most. The complete lack of other players and considerations in that regard is what changes the most compared to normal Summoner's Rift. Anyway, we are into the game and we are seeing minions now, and Connor's managed to land 2 Qs already, so Kitty's taking quite a bit of damage.
Kitty threw out her Orb of Deception to kill the ranged minions, and she didn't even really seem to be trying to hit Connor at all, so I'm curious if that's her strategy, if she doesn't think that she could go toe-to-toe with Connor, or she's got some other reason for doing that. Maybe she wants to control the wave better or something. But Connor is relentless. I mean, Connor's running 2 fairy charms. He obviously wants to keep throwing stuff out and, not let up.
I think he's spec'd into utility again. He only has 8 bonus AP. So I'm not sure how he could only have 8 bonus. Maybe he's gone 921 or something. We'll ask him after the game.
No Biscuit, which is also different from his Morgana game.
But he is just attacking Kitty over and over again. She is getting, for want of a better word, she's getting just hurt, like wrecked.
Now Connor's starting to feel mana pressure. He's had to consume one of his mana pots, so he'll get a little bit of it back. Kitty's still got health pots, so while he's the aggressor, it may not be for much longer. I'd expect him to recall probably in 2 or 3 waves, just because of mana pressures alone.
It doesn't seem like he's trying to do. There's Q actually lands and doesn't do that much damage.
I don't believe it was targeted towards him, or to just clear it out.
I don't think Kitty's going for the aggression at all. Perhaps she thinks that she does have an advantage at 6 because she can dodge Syndra's skill shots.
And that's why she's also running boots. She knows that Syndra's very skill shot based, and that's why she picked up boots, because it costs you the inherent stat advantages like AP or MR or whatever. But if you can dodge the Syndra skill shots, it doesn't matter how much MR you have because you're not going to get hit anyways.
Yeah. I think Kitty is trying to play the dodge and farm until 6 game, but just isn't managing to do it. Connor's just laying on the pressure, but he is out of mana now. And he's out of mana pots as well, so he's just going to have... Kitty has a few seconds to actually attack Connor here. She can land anything through the minions.
So we do some quick math. Okay, so Connor's currently sitting at... His mana regen is... Okay, from the fairy charms alone, you've got 6 per 5 seconds. And your Dark Sphere takes 50 mana. So that's, about a Dark Sphere every 10 seconds or so, which is actually pretty decent. Not even including passive mana regen. But once he hits level 6, he's going to need the mana for the full combo because you need to set up the orbs before that goes on.
I think that's the main issues Connor's going to have, because he doesn't want to commit to a fight. But because if he starts the fight without landing his E, if he misses his E, or if he just doesn't start with that, Kitty's going to take that opportunity to just go ham. And I can't remember where I was going with this now. Basically, Connor needs all of his spells, which means he can't afford to be wasting spells harassing. He's going to run himself out of mana. He can't afford to be doing that pretty much. But he has a chalice now, so maybe he thinks he can.
He's very pressure oriented. He wants to keep casting and, just have spheres all over the ground. Because if you don't have spheres on the ground, you don't have a good response to the Ahri commit. And That's a big problem. He's also still got more CS than Kitty, despite having one back to Kitty's 0 backs. So I don't know. The pressure-oriented game is good. Kitty's going to need to back for mana soon because once she hits 6 and she doesn't have mana, it doesn't matter if there's 6.
She is 6 now. How far is Connor off? Connor's not going to do anything with that though.
Yeah, he's 6 on the next minion kill. This cannon minion. Yeah. There you go.
He might be
going. He's flashing in. Oh, the barrier. Oh, whoa. Nothing. No ult. No spear.
He just decides to completely call it off.
There. Yeah. So he flashed in and.
Oh, that was close.
Yeah. With Ignite though, he's still got kill potential.
Flash is a huge cooldown though. Oh wait,
and
he doesn't ignite.
No.
I assume it was out of range.
Yeah,
I think it was. That is gonna force Kitty to back though.
Close. Oh, the taunt comes out.
Not even close, I would say.
But
no, Connor's flash is a huge cooldown because Ari still has her flash and her free charges of ult up, so. Mobility-wise, Ari's going to win so hard. If Connor wants to get out, he has no way.
Okay, so there's the Negatron cloak. Interesting. So Kate doesn't really seem to be trying to push any sort of level 6 advantage if she's picking up Negatron right now. I think maybe she's trying to react to Connor's pressure game. The problem is, if another exchange like this happens again, Kitty's tower is, 600 health. Connor's got an amp tome. He's going to be doing, pretty decent damage to a tower. If he forces Kitty to back again, that'll probably be the tower win.
I'm having a hard time seeing Kitty managing to get anything off of Connor unless she lands a charm.
What?
God damn it, World of Warcraft.
Oh, was he not skilling things, or?
Yeah.
Oh, he meant someone by him. Okay. The taunt hits a minion.
That should be an opportunity for Connor to go in, but he's not taking it. Unless he is now. No, just
he doesn't want it. I don't think he wants to commit just yet. I think his pressure game. He's built the Chalice for a pressure game. If he wanted to play the all-in game, he'd pick up a Blasting Wand or Doran's Rings or something. But the Chalice just says, "I'll poke you down," and then oh, nice orb there.
You see, I would agree, but then he did the flash play as soon as he hit.
That is a good point. I forgot about that. So I don't know. I think maybe he. So why do you think he called it off? Maybe he just thought they didn't have that kill potential with compared to Kitty and the tower.
I think he was scared of. He was perhaps scared of a charm.
Yeah.
Also the turrets would have just I don't think he had enough damage to take her out from that health onto the turret, and he also risked missing his spells, of course, because he is Syndra. So if he missed any of his spells onto that turret, he would have done nothing to her, and she would have turned around and killed him. So I think that's why he called it off upon seeing the barrier. But it was a pretty huge cooldown. I think it was honestly just a misplay.
Yeah.
More than anything, that he forgot about the barrier.
I think it was the turret really that stopped him, but the barrier also did help. Yes.
Well, I mean that if she didn't have the barrier, he would have been able to kill her, I'd say, pretty handily. With just the old, no, still just playing the passive aggressor game.
Oh, and Kitty's in a bad spot. He ults, and that did not do as much damage as I was expecting.
He still only has 36 AP, but Kitty's taking a lot of damage here.
His Q is doing, almost as much as the ult did.
I think he missed one of the spells he was looking to land before his ult as well. I don't know why he has so little AP though. I mean, he has 11 outside of his. No, sorry, no, 16 outside of his amplifying term, which is very little for an AP mid. Most mids start at level 1 with more than that.
I'm wondering how he's spec'd his runes and masteries then, because I guess not knowing what he's up against means that I don't think he would expect Kitty to play a bruiser or somebody like Darius. I would expect him. If I were playing against Kitty, I would expect the AP mid to come out. So I don't know. Has Connor invested in a lot of MR perhaps? 69.
I think so. Yes, 69.
She's got more than him. Interesting.
With the Negatron cloak as well, though. That's 40. So she only has 4 extra, whereas Connor has 25 from Chalice. So yeah, he has lots and lots of bonus.
So now that Sorry.
Over 10's bonus.
So we've hit level 9 on Connor, which means that now that he's maxed his Dark Spear, I think Syndra's passive kicks in, and I don't know what kind of benefit that gives the spear.
15% bonus damage to champions, so his pokes can be even better.
Yeah. Farm game. There's a discrepancy. It's not totally bad for Kitty, but she doesn't really have that same, staying power that Connor has got with his Chalice. She's got no mana. Oh, and he's got Ignite. He wants it. And the barrier and the flash. Okay. So that was 2 summoners. She's
very low. That will probably be the game. The turrets, like... He doesn't have a wave coming for a long time, but I think that he can probably push this down fast enough.
Is he? Oh, he's recalling. He
doesn't want it. I don't think he can... he doesn't think he can get it with that call, actually. No, he wouldn't get enough damage on that turret.
Would it be terrible for him to just, stay in the lane afterwards? He's got the mana sustain. I guess this is it. He's got the Sork Shoes. He's you've got the Negatron, but I'll just pick up the Sork Shoes, and it's 15 Magic Pen, but every bit helps, especially after noticing Kitty's invested in MR.
Kitty's also invested in a blasting one, so I think might be her saying, okay, we're going to go for one final, try taking this guy out. That is actually a much better item set, I think, than Connor's. The Chalice isn't doing much for him in terms of trading.
I don't think Connor's trying to play a trade game, though.
Yeah,
he's very.
For this all-in that Kitty, I think, is going to try and do soon. That Chalice is not going to be doing much for Connor, whereas the Negatron and Blasting one's going to do a lot for her.
I think Connor's strategy is just not to let that all-in happen at all, and instead keep her at a low enough health where you have to make that difficult decision of, if I go in, is he strong enough to just completely turn the situation on me? So. If he keeps Kitty low enough, then she can't engage, and that's just as good. And I think that's what the Chalice is for, to keep the pressure game. And perhaps it could be just much simpler than that, and maybe Syndra just has mana problems with it, in his experience with her, and he's, he kind of needs the Chalice, and he builds it.
Yeah, it's possible that Chalice is just core, and we don't realize it because we don't play Syndra. We're just me talking about the intricacies of this Chalice pick. I was like, no, that's what you get.
He's playing Orianna, and he built the Chalice. Why would he? No, okay. Yeah.
Darn's played on Caitlyn. I'm actually in the game. Dan was like, I don't usually take Darwin's blade on Caitlyn, and I was like, really? So I would do it on pretty much every AD. I think the only person I wouldn't do it on is Urgot. I can count it. He's not doing anything with stuns, but he doesn't have that much mana actually. His ult is up again. What is the cooldown on that?
Well, nobody really has any mana, but if nobody, Connor's gonna have the upper hand since Kitty has no mana regen, and he's got it. You can visibly see the mana difference coming up.
Yeah, Kitty's gonna have a very hard time now. She's down to like 35 mana. That's enough for 0 spells.
She needs to make one final recall. She needs to I don't know, because Connor can shove harder than she is. So
there's the ult.
And there's a Q. He's gonna slow her, and
that's
first blood. Okay. GG, well played to both sides. That was so that's your mid lane matchup, which we overthink.
We analyzed the crap out of a really generic mid lane match.